Winter weather is expected to move again into parts of the mountains this morning, which could mean school delays for some.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live in Madison County this morning. And Lauren, you're actually riding along with the person who helps make that decision.
I am. We are in Mars Hill in Madison County near the Tennessee border, and snow hasn't started to fall here yet, but transportation officials have been out for a couple of hours monitoring the roads. In fact, we're riding along with Richard Paxton. He is Madison County Schools Transportation Director. Richard, tell us where we're headed right now.
We're actually headed up to Sam's Gap, which is the highest location on our northern border to Tennessee, where the new highway runs through.
This is often one of the areas that sees snow first, right?
Yes. When we have these weather conditions coming down from Canada from the northeast, they'll hit the north and part of the border first, and they typically come into the higher elevations and start snowing there before it gets cold enough in the valleys to snow.
Okay, so one of the areas that you check first, and you've been out for a couple of hours, but you're not the only one monitoring the roads, right?
Correct. Right now we have 4 other people out, spread out across the county. We have folks all the way down in Spring Creek, up in the higher elevations near Max Patch, people in the Spill Corn area, and then also people on the west side over near Paint Fork Road, which is the probably the most easterly end of the county for us.
Okay, and tell us, what are you looking for right now? Of course, nothing is falling just yet, but it is expected to hit Madison County even later on this morning. So what are we looking for right now?
Right now, we're just headed up to the higher elevations to see if it started snowing yet or not. And we go by the predictions from the National Weather Department that gives us a timeline, and that timeline moved this morning. Originally, they thought the weather was going to hit us between 2 and 4 o'clock this morning, but that was moved up. Now it could be coming in between 5, 6, 7 a.m. So we would normally go to these locations and travel around them, just waiting to see what the snow does.
Okay, and of course Madison County, a little bit different than some other counties because of the elevation. Describe that a little bit for viewers.
Okay, we have a pretty diverse elevation. If you were to go to Max Patch and drive all the way down to Marshall, you're actually moving about 2,000 feet between the two elevations. Marshall is basically around 2,000 feet. Max Patch is approximately 4,000. So there's a 2,000 foot change. Up here at Sam's Gap, you're around 3,700 feet. If you were to go to Mars Hill, it's about 2,100 feet. So within 15 miles from here, it differs by 1,500 feet location area. So we could see snow up here, and it may not start snowing down in the lower elevations for another half hour, 45 minutes.
Right, so definitely a wide area to cover, and we will continue riding along with Richard, monitoring conditions. So far, Madison County Schools are on a regular schedule today, but if that changes, they will notify you via the School Reach system, and also you can check WLOS.com and stay with us because you will notice that on the ticker scrolling also at the bottom of your TV screen. Reporting live from Madison County, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
Transportation officials are monitoring road conditions as winter weather is expected to move into parts of our area.
News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from Madison County. And Lauren, you're actually giving us a first-hand look at how the school officials make that decision whether to delay or close schools.
They have been out for a couple of hours now with this winter weather in the forecast. They get out early to check the roads to see if school buses can make it out to make their routes. So far, so good here in Madison County. We're in Wolf Laurel in the area of Mars Hill near the Tennessee border. So far, no snow falling here, but it is expected to move in here in the next few hours potentially. Now, I'm joined by Richard Paxton. He is Madison County Schools Transportation Director. He's giving us the tour of the areas that they check first. So, Richard, what can you tell us about what you're looking for right now?
Well, we're basically in the higher elevations. Right now we're on the old 23A highway that goes up to Sam's Gap. And normally with this type of weather system coming in, we'd see snow starting above 3,000 to 3,500 square feet. So we're headed up to one of the higher areas to try to see if it started snowing in those locations yet. And we have people across the county in the higher elevations all the way from Spring Creek area through to Spill Corn, up in the high mountains, and as soon as we start to see snow, we'll get reports in from those other people and let us know what the conditions are like as they happen.
Right, so you have several people helping you make the call, as well as the superintendent himself and DOT officials. You all are communicating throughout the morning with this winter weather expected to move in. So far, though, we're not seeing anything just yet, but you certainly have to be prepared to make the call. And when do you normally, if you start to see anything falling, when do you try to make that decision?
Well, we'll go out at 3 o'clock in the morning, depending on the forecast from the National Weather Service. If it's slated to hit anytime before 5 a.m. or so, we'll try to make that decision by 4, maybe 4:30 at the latest, to allow our drivers time to make a change. If we decide to do a delay, then they won't have to come in as early, and of course, if we close school, they won't have to come in at all.
Right.
That way they're not having to travel to the schools, to their buses. They'll know beforehand.
Okay, so right now, luckily, Madison County Schools are still on a regular schedule this morning, but potentially could close early if this weather does move in. So transportation officials will continue to monitor the roads. Any update as far as delays, closings, cancellations, of course, will be posted to WLOS.com. You can also continue to monitor conditions live on WLOS throughout the morning. We will continue to bring you the latest. From now, reporting live in Madison County, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
As winter weather moves into parts of the mountain, school transportation officials are monitoring road conditions.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live in Madison County. And Lauren, one area of the county is actually already seeing some flurries this morning.
We just got an update from a bus driver here in Madison County, and the Spillcorn area is already seeing some light snow flurries falling this morning. Bus drivers are out making their rounds already, monitoring the roads, picking up kids, getting ready to go. Right now, Madison County Schools are operating on a regular schedule this morning. We're riding along with the school's transportation director. This is Richard Paxton. Richard, just because they're seeing snow flurries in one area, that doesn't mean it's going to change the schedule necessarily, right?
That's correct. We'll watch the snow. If we just get light flurries and it doesn't start sticking to the roadway, then we're still pretty much good to go. As the snow comes falling faster, if it starts to cover the road and leave a snow pack on it, then we'll start making decisions about either going to a closed school situation.
Okay, so right now, regular schedule. If that starts to change, of course, what will you do? How will you notify parents?
We'd go out with an all-call on school reach to all the parents, and then go through your station for an update on cell phones, and let them know that we may have to call school, and then we contact our drivers over the radio and let them know that they'd have to turn around and take those kids back if they haven't made it to school. Now, if we do get the kids into school and then it starts snowing, we'd have to wait a couple hours to take them back out, because we actually have to go out and fuel those buses that have run this morning, and that takes a couple hours to do. So the kids will be at school, hopefully maybe get a hot lunch into them or a hot breakfast, and then we'd watch the snow, and if it starts to get to the point where we have to shut early, we'd do an early day release and get them back home as soon as possible.
Okay, and so right now here in the Mars Hill area, no snow falling, but the Spillcorn area already seeing some flurries. We're continuing to ride along with Richard Paxton this morning. We'll have another update coming up at 6:30. Reporting live in Madison County, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
Transportation officials are monitoring road conditions as winter weather moves into parts of our area.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live in Madison County. Lauren, you're getting a first-hand look at how officials make the decision to delay or close schools.
So far here in Madison County, schools are on a regular schedule today, and that's because nothing is falling here in Mars Hill. Most of the county, dry roads right now, but in the Spillcorn area, they are seeing some flurries. The bus drivers just radio in to tell the transportation director here, Richard Paxton, who is transporting us here, giving a first-hand look at the roads. They let us know that they are seeing some light flurries in the Spillcorn area. So far, Richard, though, what are we seeing here?
Actually, everything here is nice and dry. The Spillcorn area is a little farther north and east of where we're at right now, over by Wolf Laurel. So the front that's coming in is hitting there first. So we're expecting to see snow here shortly, and the same way down in the Spring Creek area. We have people down there, and they haven't seen any snow flurries yet. But once again, they're a little farther east than Spillcorn.
So, you know, right now things are still on a regular schedule, but that could change, right? So what happens if that changes?
Well, basically, if we start to get heavy snowfall where it covers up the road and may cause icy conditions, then for safety, we may call school. That's a decision that's made by the superintendent. I give him a recommendation, we discuss it, and try to figure out what's best for the school system at that time. And so a decision could be made to actually turn the buses around.
And Madison County is a little bit of a different situation. Only one high school for the entire county, and it's a very large county in itself. And also, how many days have students missed so far?
So far, since the entire school year, including 2014, we've missed 7 school days total. We've also had 7 days where we've done delays, but then gone to school on those delays.
Okay, so a county where conditions change very quickly, and what you want to do is make sure you download the News 13 app. You can access right here, click on school closings. You simply have to select that and it will show you any updates. So if Madison County, say, if they decide to release early today, they will let us know. We will update that information. You can get it right here at your fingertips. Also, stay with us because any updates will also be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Reporting live this morning in Madison County, Lauren Brigman, News 13.